We are underway right here, right now. The race is go, following the perspective of Wosal, who starts from P20, remember, on the grid, following that botched attempt at qualifying. Going through turn 1 right now, it is going to be Shorty, Adri, Kvik, 1, 2, 3, going along with Kvik, who makes a really great getaway through turn 1, but goes a little bit wide, allowing both Seraf, Dampuleto, as well as Klojo to make a very, very solid move, and Shorty is going to be kind of swarmed by the rest of the field through turn 4. He's going to have to try and catch up to Seraf in the lead, as well as Dampuleto. What a storming start from the man from Team Esport Line, teammate of Speedself, of course, currently sitting in the lead ahead of World, teammate from Mosal, who already made the junction and passed everybody already through turns 9 and 10 to take the lead over, as we see that Kvik has also completely dropped off. He's currently sitting in P13. He's at the middle of the field right now as we're heading through turn 13 for the first time of this race. Mosal having done an absolute blinder of a middle sector to blitz everyone and take the lead at the end of lap 1, closely followed by Klojo. Seraf in the top 3, rather now in the top 4 as Adri takes 3rd place. Akros in P5, storming start as well for the man from Team Mobo. Bueno, Warl, iFreezer in P8, Shadani and Damulito in P9, P10. It is going to be shuffling about left, right, and center all the way through this opening sequence of laps until the strategies start to play out and players start to get separated. And James from Team Wisp looking to have done a pretty significant start right now. 54.3, not too shabby in terms of pace, and continuing to go toe-to-toe with Seraf for 2nd position. A very stout change of fortunes on the side of James compared to last week, where he was, of course, slapped pretty early on in the race on King's Landing. Planted, Seraf seems to have been a little bit slow at the exit of turn 1, or that might have been an impression. iFreezer in the meantime moving up into 3rd place as, yeah, we do see a pretty big fall from Grace following a big contact that I didn't catch on camera on the side of James, who drops down to P18 as a result of that little mistake. P19 and even P20 right now as he gets overtaken by Picking Enta. Seraf is 5% up on the tire consumption. In the meantime, Kvik has got a very, very different approach. He decides to extend as much as he can. 35% of tires life left on this set of tires on the side of Kvik, who's just going to be eating alive Seraf, who's down to 14%. In the meantime, first round of pit stop is set to come, courtesy of Wosile, as Seraf gets completely left on site just before turn 12 by Kvik, who takes over 2nd position and will assume the net lead as Wosile takes the dive on the left-hand side to the pits. Same for Seraf. Shorty will extend, same for iFreezer. Wow will be next into the pits. Akros will be making it into the pits with barely 4% of tire left. Will Kvik dive to the left-hand side? No, he decides to extend for one more lap. It will be a 10-lapper on the side of Kvik, but will the gamble pay off? In the meantime, Shorty will be going for the more conventional 9-lapper strat along with iFreezer and Shadani, who are going to be moving into the pit lane. Kvik not the only one extending. Marius, Klojo, Picking Enta, and Speedself also looking to log another lap in the books, and Simon Luck as well, looking to work with the very, very worn-out set of tires. 12% of tire life remaining there for the teammate from Kvik and Team Escargot. Now, end of lap 10. Whoa, we gambling on the side of Kvik. Well, maybe not gambling because he knows he might have the finesse to pull this off, but 14% of tire life left with about 5% of tires left as he makes the dive towards the left-hand side. Watch out! Ooh, manages to get it slowed down just in time before the pit limiter. Same for Marius, same for Klojo, top 3 in the pits. In 17 seconds, 23 seconds actually, the buffer between Kvik and Wosal when they make their pit stops. Wosal in the pits. Following soon will be Seraf, I'm guessing. There he is. Whoa, Seraf sliding a little bit, almost costing him a 10-second speed penalty for not slowing down appropriately. Shorty retaking the lead ahead of Kvik by 1.2 seconds. And you can see he's already made the junction compared to the German. And will be moving through to the lead of the race through the very, very fast kinks through turns 5 and 6, turn 7. And Kvik assumes the lead ahead of Shorty. Kvik diving into the pits at the end of lap 21, the end of his 2nd stint. And he will be looking to make 10 lap stints from now on, I think, allowing himself to go for a little bit of a leeway to push. He basically went for the theoretical tire life cycle on the very first stint, going all the way to the 11th lap before moving into the pit lane, just to make sure that he actually had a little bit more extra to push through the entirety of the rest on 10 lappers, on the entirety of the race on 10 lappers. So we'll see if that pays off. I'm not too sure, but we'll see. Thanks to the pit stop game, Wolsal, of course, retaking the lead, but with the tire offsets, we will be looking at the pit stop maybe at lap 24 on the side of Wolsal, given his aggressiveness in the driving style. Wolsal decides to go for fresh rubber and fuel, same for Seraf. As a result of this, Shorty resumes the lead a little bit early and half a tenth ahead of Quick, albeit with, once again, a tire delta and fuel delta heavily in favor of Quick thanks to the offset strategy from the Norwegian. In the meantime, Shorty might be looking to continue on the 9-lapper, so lap 27 would be the next stopping point for the man with the number 2 on the trigram. One of the 3 horsemen of the apocalypse in the Dropped Gears podcast from Evo TM. Uh-oh. Oh, no way. No freaking way that just happened. Retirement on a technicality, a disconnect on the side, a Shorty, which is going to cost him dearly. That was such a good race. There are plenty of drivers with offset strategies. In fact, let's take a look at the pit stops graph at the moment. So, the latest pitters being Bueno, Seraf, as well as Wolsal and Mr. Dazzle. P25, 21 right now for Quick. We'll be looking to maybe pit at the end of lap 31. Somewhat close comparisons in terms of tire life, but of course, Wolsal, having pitted as early as lap 8 on his first stint and lap 16 on his second stint, is looking to go for a lot more aggressive strategy to try and win on sheer pace alone compared to Quick, who decides to play a little bit more of a long haul, a bit more of a savant game. Wolsal pitting at the end of lap 30, so 2 7-lap stints on the side of the Frenchman, as Quick decides to go for lap 31 to continue on his 10-lap stint adventure, which would be another serious dent into the lead of Wolsal in the championship. Wolsal deciding to immediately respond to those doubts with a 53.903 to retake the fastest lap away from Acros. And as a matter of fact, speak of the devil, you can see Acros about to get another lap down. He's already a lap down compared to the leader, and he's going to be a lap down compared to Wolsal in a few short seconds. Through turn 7 we go. And now up to turn 8, Sin almost touching the wall on the outside of turn 7. And then you can see Wolsal trying to make the junction compared to Quick, continuing to lead. And Acros deciding that Wolsal will not get the extra 10 points for the fastest lap. In the meantime, Wolsal has made the junction right here and makes the mistake at the end of turn 7 before Quick heading over into the lead of the race through lap 35. As Wolsal might be looking to, just dive into the pits. There we go, decides to slow down, exit stage left. And Wolsal in the pit lane. Quick, 7.2% of tires left, and he's going to be making the way to the pits right now. Watch out, he's going to be slowing down quite significantly. 126, watch out not to go too fast, and there you go. There you go, he leaves the pit lane with 83 liters of fuel left in the tank. And I think that might be game, set, match. Wolsal does retake the lead ahead of Quick on the track, thanks to his more aggressive strategy and thanks to the last stop from Quick, but I'm thinking Quick has got the upper hand. And with 42 liters already in the tank, it's going to be a splash and dash all the way to the finish. You can go for about 78 to 80 liters of fuel in the tank. We're going to be following along with Wolsal. Oh, he decides to go even shorter on the pit. 61 liters. I completely forgot that it's about 9 liters per lap. It's going to be tight. He's going to have to lift a little bit more than usual, but can definitely work. And this time it's only a couple corners away. 4.4 liters of fuel left in the tanks. Just enough tires to make it across the finish line on the cords. Through turn 14 and 15 and then turn 16. The final corner coming up, ladies and gentlemen, for the 4th time this season. Quick is your race winner in TMFL. Brilliant strategy work from the Norwegian, taking a deserved win and allowing himself to catch up big time compared to this man, the championship leader Wolsal, forced to be content with 2nd position here in this race on distant waters. Seraf will be finishing a distant 3rd here on the track from SB Villa.